Hello, friends. So, yesterday I was having this really insightful conversation with some friends on Clubhouse, and we're talking about books and how to sustain your reading habit because that's a very important question. And it got me thinking about my channel and why I do this. And the question is simple: why do you read? Yes, a question as simple as this got me thinking about every single thing I do in terms of reading and why I read. Do you read? And I'm just trying to push back the question to you where I'm going to give you a few reasons why I read in this video. But I also like to know why you read. We read for so many reasons. Some people read for entertainment, some people read for education, some people read because they have to read. And there's so many reasons why we read, and for today's video I'll just like us to dive into the reason why I read and the reason why you read. Yes, you. When I started this channel, I wanted to share the lessons I learned from reading different books. I first of all started and focused on non-fiction books, but right now I actually stumbled on really good fiction books from African authors. So in the nearest future, I'm going to also be reviewing a few books from African authors I've read. And when I got the question, why do you read? Do you just read because you want to make YouTube videos? What's your motivation behind reading? It got me thinking, yeah, because the reason why you read is going to determine if you continue reading and what you gain in the process. Like, if you don't know why, the why behind what you're doing, you may not actually benefit from it in the full sense. So today I challenge you to ask yourself why you read, and not just read books, but why you read articles, why you read blog posts, every single thing. What is your intention? Are you trying to gain knowledge, and what kind of knowledge are you trying to gain? So when you know exactly why you're doing something, it's easy for you to assess your benefits at the end. So if for instance I'm reading a book, and at the back of my mind I want to learn how to manage my time, for example, and that's, by the way, I'm going to put the video of time management I did a few months ago just so you can click it if you're interested. So if I want to know about how to manage my time, I'm going to get a book that teaches me how to manage my time, so that at the end of the book, I can assess myself and say, okay, I wanted to learn how to manage my time. What has this book taught me? One, it's taught me this, it's taught me that, it's taught me, and every single thing I have learned. So I can be able to assess what I've achieved from reading the book or blog article or whatever source of material I chose to read. So without further ado, I'm just going to dive into the reasons why I read. The reason why I read, and the main reason why I started this channel, is because I wanted to read and talk more about the subjects that strike my attention, that strike my curiosity. Because yes, it's easy for you to want to read the books that are famous, the books that are in fashion right now, or the books that are trending right now, but personally, the books I read, if you've been my follower for a while, you realize I read very unconventional books. I read books that matter to me at a particular point in my life, or something that I feel like it drives my curiosity. So I won't just read a book just because it's the most spoken about book of the month or the year or whatever, or it's written by a very insightful person. As long as I don't feel like what you're talking about strikes my curiosity, I don't see how it's going to benefit me. Granted, there are books that may not strike my curiosity sometimes, and I learned something for them, but the first reason why I pick up a book in the first place is because I want to know what the author is talking about. That's why I always read a summary of the book, and I just try to glean into what the book may be about. And trust me, if the summary isn't striking enough and it doesn't drive my attention, I won't read the book. Or maybe I'm just going to push the book around until I realize I have nothing else to read, and that's like my last book option. So yes, that's the first reason why I read. Okay, so for the second reason why I read books, articles, anything, is because I want to improve my communication skills. Yes, When you read, you don't only improve your ability to speak and your ability to think and write, you also improve your vocabulary. Like you learn new words, you learn new ways of saying things, and if you're a writer, you learn new ways of expressing yourself. It's just an amazing way to read. Someone once said that if you want to be a good writer, you have to be a good reader, an avid reader, and you have to read everything. That's why for me, I don't handpick easy books. I read everything that comes to me. There's this book I bought and I know it's going to kill me by the time I finish reading it. But for me, it's a challenge into reading difficult writings, and this is the book right here, The Critic of Pure Reason. I'm going to make a book review about this when I'm done, but it's a really difficult book to read. However, it's going to improve me one way or another. The writing style is different from conventional writing styles. It's so different, but there's something about it that intrigues me, and it's in one way or another is going to improve my communication. So the third reason why I read is to expand my creative mind and develop my creativity. There are tips and tricks in books that can help you improve if you're a creative, whether you're an actor, you're a writer, you're a singer, whatever. People have written books about how to develop your creativity, how to discover what you're made for. Like, there's so much information in books that it's almost a disfavor you're doing to yourself if you're not gleaning from that knowledge. So that's it today, my people. I'm not going to be reviewing a book per se today, because I realize I need to twist up this channel a little bit and make it more fun, not just about book reviews. So I'm going to put in more lessons I learned from books once or twice a month, but I'm also going to diversify the topics. We'll talk about the kind of books available and other interesting things in upcoming episodes. But for today, we're talking about why I read, why you read, and please don't forget to put your comments in the comment section. Last information: we are hosting a clubhouse. Myself, I'm Kanga Chasa. We're hosting a clubhouse every single Saturday at 10:30 Mountain Time on Camel Connect. So if you're in Clubhouse, if you have an iPhone, brilliant. If you have an Android, even better, because Clubhouse is now on Android, and you can always download the app and meet us on Clubhouse on Saturday at 10:30 a.m. and we would love to have you talk about books. If you have questions, we would love to hear your questions and interact with you, because YouTube doesn't really give us that platform to be able to interact with each other, but Clubhouse does. And if you're an introvert, you're shy, don't bother about it. It's not a video conference or anything of that. It's more of like a phone call with people who are interested in the same things you're interested in, and for us, we're interested in books. So yes, make sure you come on Saturday Mountain Time 10:30 a.m. and we'll love to see you there. Thank you very much and have a great weekend.